Yeah, hi there. And these comments are for one of my online TOEFL course students, and you completed integrated writing practice test number 8. You don't like to watch these videos. I understand that. I will try to get this thing done as quickly as I can. First of all, let's talk about your score. You got a lot of ideas in here. Okay, my first impression here. Let me look over here for a second. So I'm going to put you in the 3 area. You have a fairly good essay here. But there's some things that you can do to improve the writing. So I'm going to give you 3.5 out of 5, 22 points out of 30 on this practice test. Now, if we go to our syllabus, let's see what your score is here. Okay, here we go. So writing here, so it's going to put you at 82%, right? So what I want to do now is I'm going to rewrite your essay, as boring as it is. I'm going to show you what you have to do to get a perfect score on this particular writing. That's what I'm going to do right now, right? Okay, so let's get the essays all ready. Okay, this is what you're saying here. Okay, and then where is the here we go. So let's bring this one up. So I want to have the reading passage on one side, and then we'll have your essay on the other, so we can kind of see. First of all, this idea here you don't even need, so we're going to get rid of that. So that was unnecessary. You're doing too much. You're overdoing it. Do what you need to do, right? Don't overdo your writing. So the reading passage, discuss, I'm going to change this to present tense, discusses the disadvantages of fast food in the American society in terms of the obesity. I'm going to just say in terms of obesity, an unhealthy society, and gluttony. You're mentioning these ideas for the first time, so I don't think you need to use a definite article there. The listening passage, well, if you do that, talks about, I think this is one word, the misconceptions of fast food restaurants and the lack of responsibility that consumers take on the same terms. First of all, this is where we run into our first problem. I would rather, because in the introduction you're talking about the reading first and then the listening passage, it's better here if you talk about the reading. So then we're going to move this around. You have way too many words in here. How about the reading passage illustrates that restaurants offer cheap food but with high Remember that calories, you're using this more as an adjective here. high calorie levels how about causing spikes in blood pressure and cholesterol levels, which are the main factors for obesity. There's one more idea here, is you got busy schedules, difficult economy also contribute to fast food. So it contends that consumers are busy and that a poor economy you might say something like this, an attractive option. Okay, so then what we can do here is take this idea it's a little bit, it kind of threw me off, this one paragraph, right? See what we have so far. We have the reading passage illustrates that restaurants offer cheap food but with high calorie levels, causing spikes in blood pressure and cholesterol levels, which are the main factors for obesity. In addition, the author in the reading passage contends that consumers are busy and that a poor economy makes fast food an attractive option. But then this is what you didn't do, but you need to do. However, according to the speaker in the lecture, obesity is the cause of inactive lifestyles along with consuming high amounts of calories. Instead of saying inactive, let's say sedentary. It means the same thing, right? Don't look it up in your dictionary. Sedentary means inactive. That's all you need to know. So if you want to say inactive and you want to use a more college level word, you can say sedentary. Let's look at what it says here. Yeah, it said let's discuss the causes of obesity before we blame it on fast food chains. If you're not active and sit down in front of a TV or play video games, you will gain weight. Okay, so further speaker argues that this sedentary life They watch too much television or play too many video games. Okay, let's take a look at your third paragraph. Second of all, the reading passage mentioned that the unhealthy society with high cholesterol level, diabetes, and heart disease is a result of the fast food. On the other hand, you can't put a comma right here. This is why you need to watch this video. Go to Google and type in the keywords, what is a comma splice? And stop it. Don't do it anymore. It's very easy error to fix. However, if you do it a lot in your academic writing, it's showing you do not have control of your sentence structure. On the other hand, the reading passage, no, it's the listening passage here. So on the other hand, the listening passage but you're not getting the main point of the reading. This is my concern. If you look at the reading, the main idea here, it says society is unhealthy because the options for fast food are limited. Right? So we got to get that. The reading passage mentions that the unhealthy society I'm going to say creates an unhealthy society. So I think also you want to go to my website, go to the grammar part of my course, and check out the lesson on articles, a, and the. This seems to be a really big issue in your writing right now, so you definitely need to master that concept. Again, if you're not watching this video, you're not getting this information, so study articles. Also at my website, in the grammar section of my course, you want to study run-on, fragments, and comma splices, and learn about how to correct that type of error. So fast food creates an unhealthy society with high cholesterol, we'll say because if you said that, the idea is you got to get that idea of limited options. That's something you cannot really ignore. That's a very important point. Let's look at it again here. So second of all, the reading passage mentions that fast food creates an unhealthy society with high cholesterol levels, diabetes, and heart disease because these restaurants have limited options for consumers. So the reading passage contends that effective advertising for fast food has made this type of food a main part of the American maybe diet, if you want. Okay, now we got the lecture, right? And this is okay. So let's see what you have here. Okay, so I think you're going on the right track here, but you might say this. Even though the speaker agrees that a lot of the fast food is unhealthy, I'm saying that because it says over here, fast food chains do serve mostly fat and cholesterol-driven food, but we now have created options like apples for fruit for kids and more salad options, right? So we have to kind of show that concession. On the other hand, even though the speaker agrees that a lot of the fast food is unhealthy, the speaker in the listening passage gives two examples of countries that offer healthy foods, such as China and Mexico. No, that's not what's happening here. That's what happened in the reading passage. Where is it? Where is it? Here, China and Mexico. No, that's not. Now you're running into some trouble right in here. We got to get rid of this. Let's see, on the other hand, even though the speaker agrees that a lot of the fast food is unhealthy, the speaker in the listening passage gives two examples, California and Florida, that offer some healthy food, and the restaurants are forced to write down. Well, if you look at what it's saying in the lecture, it's not saying they're offering healthier food. It's just saying that the calorie count is on the menu. It's not saying that it's more healthy, but it does say that there are healthier options such as fruit and salad. So this paragraph is one of the reasons you're not getting a 3.75 out of 5 or 24 points out of 30. You got a little bit mixed up here what you're trying to say. How about healthier choices for consumers? You might say by forcing to write down the amount of calories in each dish on the menu so that consumers can see how much they are eating. You got to put this in here. The speaker argues that you might say like fruit and salads. Okay, I think we were going in the right direction there. Okay, let's take a look at your final paragraph here. So let's do this. Let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. Okay, we're working with your final paragraph. So finally, the reading passage claims that fast food restaurants encourage the overconsumption how about this, by offering, it's a little bit, this is kind of what it says here. It doesn't give through many ways. It talks about the free refill thing. By offering unlimited free refills, we'll say for sodas, and maybe other sweetened drinks. The reading passage also claims that the advertising has a huge effectiveness in the American society that promotes the unhealthy fast food. But does the reading say that? I don't know. Here, give me a second. Let's go back here. Let's go up to the reading. The advertisement is mentioned in the second reading point, not the third reading point. That's why I mentioned it up here. Where is it? Yeah, the reading contends the effective advertising for fast food has made this type of food a main part of the American diet. So you have to keep the ideas kind of coordinated with the ideas in the listening. So here, I'm going to get rid of this. The reading passage claims that fast food restaurants encourages overconsumption or gluttony. By offering unlimited not just refills, but free refills for sodas. On the other hand, the listening passage illustrates that society can overcome the gluttony by controlling the number of calories and the unhealthy food I don't know. We got some trouble here also. Let's move this away here. Let's look at what the person actually says here before we do anything. So it's what you said in the beginning here. It's that we need to be more responsible. That's what the lecturer is saying, that consumers need to take more responsibility for how much they're eating, right? So then we might say, in other words, that We'll say, even though fast food establishments offer free refills. That's what we want to say there, right? Then you have the speaker agree with the reading and the effects of the advertising of theater or movies, but again, we have to control the way we deal with the fast food and the fast food restaurants, not only to blame the restaurants. I didn't think you need this. I think this is good enough here, right? Let's take a look at this one more time. So I gave you a score of 3.5, and what I did is I rewrote it to show you how to get a 5.5 on it, or 30 out of 30 points, right? So I made some changes. I made some structural changes, some word choice, some grammatical changes, and so on. But overall, I think it's safe to say that you have a pretty good understanding, I think, of the most important points from the reading and the listening passage. And you were able to put them together in a fairly coherent manner. So here's what we have one more time. The reading passage discusses the advantages of the fast food in the American society in terms of obesity, an unhealthy society, and gluttony. The listening passage, on the other hand, talks about the misconceptions of fast food restaurants and the lack of responsibility that consumers take on the same terms. First of all, the reading passage illustrates that restaurants offer cheap food but with high calorie levels, causing spikes in blood pressure and cholesterol levels, which are the main factors for the obesity. In addition, the author in the reading passage contends that consumers are busy and that a poor economy makes fast food an attractive option. However, according to the speaker in the lecture, obesity is the cause of inactive lifestyles along with consuming high amounts. I'm going to say here numbers. You can actually count the number of calories that you have. So I'm going to look at that as a count noun. So high numbers of calories. Further, the speaker argues that this sedentary lifestyle is a result of people who watch too much television or play too many video games. Second of all, the reading passage mentions that fast food creates an unhealthy society with high cholesterol levels, diabetes, and heart disease because these restaurants have limited options for consumers. You didn't say that for some reason. I don't know why. Moreover, the reading passage contends that effective advertising for fast food has made this type of food a main part of the American diet. On the other hand, even though the speaker agrees that a lot of the fast food is unhealthy, the speaker in the listening passage gives two examples of California and Florida, which offer healthier choices for consumers by forcing restaurants to write down the number of calories in each dish on the menu so that consumers can see how much they're eating. In addition, the speaker argues that fast food restaurants now offer some healthy options like fruit and salad. Maybe put here, make it plural, fruits and salads. Finally, the reading passage claims that fast food restaurants encourage overconsumption or gluttony by offering unlimited free refills for sodas or other sweetened drinks. On the other hand, the listening passage illustrates that society can overcome, I'm going to say contends. It's more arguing here, given that society can overcome gluttony by controlling the number of calories and the unhealthy food they are eating. In other words, the speaker in the lecture argues that consumers need to take more responsibility over their own eating and drinking habits, that they do not need to drink a lot of soda even though fast food establishments offer free refills. So that's it. Those are the changes that you need to make if you want to get a perfect score on this particular this type of writing. All right?